We are rolling, folks. Another edition, Beyond Average. How you doing over there, my guy? How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Very good. It's nice to see you. I'm good. I shouldn't say that. I was good. A little ticked off coming to you right now. I am not going to lie. My day started out great. You know what this week is, by the way? This is the 3-year anniversary of this podcast.
Beyond Average.
That's right.
So that's 3 years of since COVID then.
Well, no, we started before. We were February 19th, 2020.
How far into COVID were we when we had it going?
We were before it. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but I'm saying how far into the podcast when COVID started?
Oh, some would say we cursed the world. It was only 3 episodes.
Okay, so
we pretty much started it. Yeah. Us and China. We've got a lot further than I ever thought as far as like notoriety or I guess more opportunity than anything. So I don't know. It's fun to look back and be like, wow, we took it, or at least for me, I took it way too serious in the beginning. And now it's just like, it's fun to come on here whenever we want and do a fucking show. And I have fun doing this stuff and I hope you do too.
Yeah. No, it's a blast.
Yeah.
3 years though. That's pretty crazy.
Dude.
What fast? That's fast.
It's weird, man.
It doesn't feel like it was 3 years at all.
The first year and a half, this show had no basis on the Kirk Minahan world. We just came up with our topics each day. You know, at one point we were doing 2 episodes a week. It's not some crazy accomplishment. It's nothing to be proud of or anything like that. I'm more proud of us just kind of having the idea and following through with it.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of why I was having a good day. And I don't know, dude, I came home from lunch. I had sweet tomatoes for lunch. You like sweet tomatoes?
I'm on and off with it. Yeah. I like it, and then I'm good for a while. Yeah, it's a good slice. It's a good slice.
It is. No, it certainly is. I saw the kids outside. I thought it was the kids raise money for their shit outside.
Teams.
What do they call it? Canning? Yeah. That's what we used to call it. Like fundraising for your team. Yeah. I thought that's what it was, so I went to give them $1. It was the Maserati children. I couldn't believe it. It was the Maserati children. Yeah, they're starving. They were outside the supermarket begging for food stamps.
Dude, I for a second I was like, wait, what? That's hysterical.
Let's get into that. Let's start there. I'll tell you why I was super pissed off later on. We'll get into that. Yeah. But let's start with the Maserati stuff. Where do you stand on the Tony Maserati suspension? Who do you blame? Is Kirk Minahan now an enabler of cancel culture? Dave Cullinane certainly is, right? I mean, where are you standing with us?
I'll start at the joke itself. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it.
Should I play the sound?
You have it?
Yeah. I'll play. Let's play Mazz's stupid joke here.
They're remotely doing their radio show, and Felger is in a hotel lobby, like a conference room, and there are 2 gentlemen behind him who are African American.
Right, and yeah, that's really what gets in trouble, right? Here's the sound.
Yeah, I want to know now who the 2 guys behind you are. That's what I want. Okay. Because if I were you...
I'll be off in 2 minutes. I'm just doing... If I'm too loud, just let me know. Honestly.
They can't...
2 more minutes.
They can't hear us, right?
No, not you.
Okay, no, so I would be careful if I were you, because the last time you were on a couple of guys like that, they stole your car.
Here's Chris in Boston. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, what's going on?
His reaction, too, he cracks himself up. He loses it.
I'm not even laughing at the joke. I'm laughing at, how... absurd it is to he's been on the radio forever, dude.
He thought he nailed it too. He thought he nailed that one.
He waited for it, set it up.
They can't hear me right now, right? He's like, no, of course not. They're in my headphones. What are you talking about? Oh my god! Then he proceeds to make a fucking racist
look like
joke.
The guys that stole your car.
Oh my god! Do you think he should have been, or where do you blame Cullinane and Kirk?
No.
You don't blame Cullinane at all for the video.
No, I mean, there a little bit of me feels like
that's
Kirk's
stunning to me. That's stunning. Wow,
you really blame that? I mean,
I blame Cullinane 1,000%.
Why?
Because he knew exactly what he was doing.
No, I blame Tony.
Definitely, definitely.
Like he said it on air. It's not like it was like a hidden thing and Cullinane found it. That was on air to thousands and thousands of people.
Let me rephrase what I mean. I don't blame Cullinane 1,000% for what happened. Cullinane knew what he was doing, tweeting that clip out there, and it helped enable Tony's suspension. Yeah. I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah.
Right? That's pretty fair to say.
Yeah.
So Cullinane is not innocent in this matter.
Yeah, it's
He's
similar.
not innocent.
It's you haven't asked for the homework yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's kind of
right. I'm just putting this out here, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
It's like when Visionless Dave served it up to us. Yeah. When he dug through my old tweets and found a K Marco tweet, and he said, I'm just putting this out here, by the way. It's the same deal. It's the exact same thing that Dave was doing.
Great journalist, by the way.
He's might be the best journalist.
He's pretty good.
I'm not even kidding.
He's pretty good.
I trust Visionless Dave's journalism more than anything else in the world. More than CNN, Fox, Substack, you name it. I'm VD. But yeah, no, I don't
sign
think
off on that.
I think it was a stupid joke. I think he sounded like a bigot. But I don't think
his intentions was to be racist.
That's my point. And I think you know that because you've listened to Felger Mazz over the years. You know, Matt, if anything, he seems like, and his apology, he just kept saying, I'm on the right side of the line. You know, it's easier said than done, especially after you fuck up. But
if they don't do video, that never gets even asked about, looked at, because people just might assume it's a white guy. They wouldn't make the connection that he's making.
Right. And I wonder if Mazz, I asked you this off the air, I wonder if Mazz, you know, in the back of his mind was a little upset at the producer for not dumping that audio. You know, whether I imagine it wasn't intentional. He probably just missed it and was listening to something else. But it's not such a it's not like a swear word, so it'd be tough to catch if you weren't fully paying attention to it.
Plus, it wasn't like awkward, and it was him cracking up, like waiting to sell it. So it's like, I mean, what?
Right, and you like you said, you really only would know the context behind it if you could see the people behind Felger on the video. So I don't know. I feel like the producer, if he heard it again, he definitely would dump the audio, right?
Yeah, but like you're saying, is the producer might not be watching.
Yeah, but that's his job. That's his job. So that's my point. Like, I think a lot of people, Jimmy Stewart produces the Felger Mazz show, and like they've obviously very successful, this, that, and the other. I think you got to blame him a little bit.
No. This is all on Mazz. I think Mazz has got to just own this one all to himself. Like, like you just got to know you can't make that joke with that with the and even if they look identical to the people. Even if they're like identical twins to the people that stole Mike's car, you can't say it because you know it's going to come off as you thinking just because they're black, that's why they're doing the carjacking.
Right.
Like that's the only, like you just have to know that's how it's going to come off.
Can I play Clay Travis for a second? What if they were white?
What if they were white?
The guys who stole Felger's car. What if there were two skinheads? Then behind him in the hotel lobby were two skinheads.
It wouldn't matter.
Is Mazz suspended?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
I agree completely.
And he shouldn't because it's like not like a stereotype. Like,
well,
that's the
what
problem.
What he said was kind of a stereotype, or maybe not a stereotype.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a lot of things. You know, a lot of people make that implication.
I'm saying that it wouldn't be for a white person. Like that. Like there's not a stereotype in the sense of carjacking. Like if you're a skinhead or whatever. But like, I think the whole like.
I think it's because a white guy said something about a black guy.
Yeah, like in very, like a stereotype, like trying to make like a dumb stereotype.
Right. Yeah, I don't think Maserati's a racist, but I also don't know him. But just been following that show over the years, he's never came off like that. He's not a race baiter. He's not like Clay Travis. He's not like these guys who like are always constantly looking for the clicks with the hot takes.
Oh my god! But what a pathetic apology too. I'm on the right side. I'm on the right side, guys. Tough. I'm on the right side.
I owe everyone an apology. It's not who I am. It's not who we are. I can tell you that until I'm blue in the face. Those of you who know me will believe it. Those of you who don't, won't, and you probably shouldn't. If I saw and heard what you did, I'd feel the same way. And you have a right to be upset. The only thing I can really do is apologize for it. Again, you know, when we're talking about these sorts of issues, there is a line somewhere, and I can assure you I stand on the right side of it. But again, that doesn't excuse what I said or did on Friday.
Some guy, I heard a caller call in later on, and he was like, I just heard like a Kleenex ad on the radio. He's like, you got to get some from Mazz. Jesus Christ, wipe them up. Felger was like, no. It was, you know, I think he just fucked up, right?
Oh, yeah. Really and I don't think he should have been suspended at all.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely losing, they said without pay, so he's, 10, 15 grand in the hole? Yeah, all because of Cullinane?
Yeah, I was going to say, Cully owes what, 15, you're saying?
Dave, man. Dave slid by on that, on the Justin fuck up with the food. He slid right by, if you remember.
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's like you didn't confirm with Justin. Yeah, it's like Dave's had a lot of issues that have kind of gone under the rug here. Fuck ups at the live show. If you went to the Wilbur, you remember that one. It's okay. We'll leave Cullinane alone. We'll leave him alone for a minute. But no, it was funny. We got to talk about Menners too. Menners popped on and came out of nowhere.
Speaking of Dave and Menners.
I mean, what time's in Australia? What's the difference? It's like 12 hours, right?
Oh, you're right. I always forget that.
This was like 10:30 at night where he was screaming. You know, his kids are probably sleeping next door. Like he's just screaming about Tony Maserati halfway across the world.
People must be like, "Who is he talking about?"
Yeah, Menners. It was a good spot. What did you think? I thought he held his own for a good amount of time.
I thought he actually did pretty good.
Yeah, I thought
especially like when you get like a hostile Kirk and Dave coming at you, and
Mike was giving it to him too.
Yeah, and he didn't just like fold.
He didn't fold.
So credit to him.
He didn't have the examples ready, but
No, yeah.
I think everybody kind of got what he was saying. I just don't think you can, like, I don't think Kirk
kind of owned him.
Kirk hates the Globe, and that's very well known, right? He's very adamant about that, so he's never going to be like, he's never going to give anybody the benefit of the doubt, and especially because, like, it was more making fun of Chad Finn. I felt like that was his biggest issue with the whole story. If you said, what were you most mad about?
Chad
it was
Finn.
the fact that the Boston media fucking journalists didn't write about it, you know? So I feel like that was his biggest issue, and that was the thing he's going to talk about the most, so... I mean, you can't blame him for getting suspended, but if you want to say they played a part, maybe slightly.
I mean, like, kind of like Kirk said, it's like he didn't do anything. He's like, I would have commented on anybody that did this that came into my feed. He's like, if you want to make the point that Dave was the one to do it, yeah, he was. But I would have supported on him, not mad at him or whatever.
Yeah, no, shut up, Menners. We'll give him, I thought he was good. He didn't have any examples really on deck, but, you know, it's tough.
Kirk kind of stomped on him.
He got Kirk mad. Kirk was screaming off the top of his lungs at one point.
Dave was screaming.
Dave
was screaming.
I mean, talk about
I thought it was hysterical that Kirk was trying to have a one-on-one with Menners. He's like, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
I mean, he could teach a master's course on how to ruin podcast segments. This guy is unbelievable.
I was like, dude, nobody wants to hear you right now.
Yeah, just shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up,
let him
Dave.
and Kirk go at it.
But he did have a good point where he's like, hey, you guys... some of the listeners of Menners' show called Dave's school and like try to get information on like his kid's behavior in class. So it's a fair point by Dave. That's a fair point.
Yeah. No, I get that.
What did you think about the Blind Mike project drama? We were talking about that as well off the air, just quickly. Where do you stand with Mr.
I thought
Nipples?
the audio was hysterical.
Let's play some of
the
it.
long pause, dude. It's like a
let's play the awkward pause,
like radio seconds, like when their pauses like feel like they're like minutes.
Yeah,
this is like feels like it's like a 10-minute pause.
You can tell Mike is very uncomfortable. Yeah. Everybody involved is uncomfortable. Let's play it.
I do have a question about last night.
What's that?
So I had a source reach out to me.
Like you can hear it in Nipples' voice.
That's Craig. All
right, sorry. You can hear it in Craig's voice, like his nervousness to even ask this question. I feel like as it's leading up to it.
We'll get it. All right. Well, I'll answer that afterwards because I do kind of see where Craig's coming from. Where it's like it's his job to bring shit up and kind of stir the pot. The only thing is if this was talked about beforehand or ever, I don't know. But let's just play the audio. People can decide.
And said that someone that listens to this program is on a texting relationship with someone you might live with.
What?
Nipples. Apparently was...
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
What?
What are you doing?
Oh, I thought it was a joke. My fault. Ignore me.
Oh my God. It's so awkward.
I don't understand why you'd bring that up on it.
I thought he was joking. That's why.
Dude, Mike says probably 4 words in the matter of like a minute there after being asked like 7 questions. He's just sitting there like, really?
What? The fuck are you doing, dude?
Oh my God. I mean,
I thought Mike handled it good.
I see exactly where Mike's coming from. I know this guy Nipples too. I shouldn't say I know him, but I interact with him online. He's invited me to golf a couple times. Always been cool. I've met him at the live show at the Wilbur, the little pregame they had at the bar. Said hello to him. That was always been nice and cordial. So I have nothing bad to say about the guy as far as our relationship. If I was Blind Mike, if I was Blind Mike, I would be very annoyed at that too. I would think that's very weird that a listener of the show, especially this type of show, is going around telling Minifans, "Hey, I used to work with your girlfriend."
Well, it's funny that he like didn't.
I have a texting relationship with her.
It's funny that he didn't realize it was awkward until one of them had mentioned it in front of Justin, and Justin was like, "What? You're in a texting relationship?"
The voice of reason, Justin, right? Yeah. I know it's
general manager
because Justin. I don't think Nipples is going. I don't think he's doing it maliciously. I think it's more of just like he thinks it's a little funny, but I could see where it's annoying for Mike. I could definitely see where it's annoying.
It is weird. It's weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
It did sound like Mike said that his girlfriend like not likes him, but like is cordial.
Cordial.
Cordial with him. So I mean, it didn't sound like a like creepy text or anything.
No, I'm sure it's innocent,
but it's just the overall concept of it is
could be weird, dude.
Exactly. It's just a little weird. It's a little weird.
Especially when every single time, every live show, it's the first thing you're telling everybody.
Well, I think that's a little overblown, too.
You think?
He didn't tell me. But I was a little buzzed, so to be fair.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he could have. I don't know. I was worried. I was worried about that day? Tim Riggles, remember him? You know him? This dude could barely stand up that day. And
Really?
I guess he's known for getting, dude, this guy, I guess he's known
talk?
for, he's just staring at me. He was giving me like just a stare. And I was like, hey man, how are you? I don't even think he remembers.
Did you know it was him before?
Yeah, so Menards didn't bring equipment, so he didn't bring all of his equipment, so he had to use our board. So I walked in, like helped him set it up, and I went on the show for a minute, was bouncing around the bar, saying hello to people. It was tough because Montante was there and there wasn't a lot of room. But but fucking Menards, but Tim Riggles he looked sauced. He was giving me the drunk stare. But he's the man. I like Tim Riggles. He's funny.
Yeah.
What else we got? What the hell?
Oh, I was asking you originally how if you knew him beforehand before you were caught in the awkward stare.
Oh yeah. No, that was really it. I saw him. That was it. I saw him at the live show. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, that just overall a little creepy. You should probably stay away from texting the people unless you have a good relationship with Blind Mike and them. Like, I guess that's different, but
yeah, no, it's weird. If it'd be one thing if they still work together. I'd be like, all right,
yeah,
it would still be weird. Mm-hmm. But it's just weird. You don't work together and you're
now
like,
where you mentioned Craig in the beginning there. You don't think Craig should have brought it up?
No, like especially because Mike says he pretty much comes up with all the conversation topics to do.
Blind Mike does.
That's what he said.
Right. I would imagine so. It's his show, and I think Craig's more of a volunteer than anything. I don't think he makes a lot of money off that show. So I get that, but I'll ask you this then. Do you think Craig brought it up maliciously, knowing that Mike would get very upset? Or do you think he was just trying to fuck around and they would shit on him a little bit? And him just kind of being a bit of an idiot?
I think Craig said that he originally brought it up because he thought he was going to shit all over him.
Right. And
he's like, I didn't want to. He's like a nice guy. Like, it wasn't even a thing I wanted to bring up and have be a thing.
I get where Craig's coming from. Like, especially if you're in this type of world, like if you're trying to make the best content, and, I just think Mike's like, it sounds like they might have already talked about this too, which
maybe him and Craig, maybe he probably like in passing was like, yeah, it's weird. He always mentions it.
Yeah.
And then Craig was like, oh, this will be funny. He'll shit on him.
Yeah.
And he's probably like, no, dude, I didn't want to make it a thing. Like, that was just supposed to be like off air that I mentioned it to you.
I don't know. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave Nipples alone because, like I said, Nipples has been good to me. Nipples has been a nice guy to me.
Great awkward pause. Really appreciate it.
You could just feel the tension in the room.
Love that in radio. When that happens in radio, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm in. What's going on over here?
I mean, honestly, I think you can count 4 words within like that entire minute that Mike said. It was basically, "What the fuck you doing?" and just staring.
Long pause. What the fuck you doing, dude?
Yeah. Oh god, the Blind Mike show. The Why Are You Laughing's been really good. I've been listening to it a lot lately. It's
Can you read it off? BlindMikeProject.com or
BlindMike.net. BlindMike.net. We'll throw. Yeah, sure. We'll throw on one. Sure. What the fuck else for? KMS?
Do you think you could do any of the reads?
I am a master.
Like he's had people do it when they've come in before. Have you seen, like, you know what I mean?
Yes, I definitely could.
Oh, think you rip one right now. Do you want
which one?
Rip it.
Milton's?
2 Milton's. What do you got?
Milton's the store for us. South Shore store. I don't even know. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's hard. I'd have to be reading it.
Yeah. It'd be way hard.
Let's get into. We mentioned Mutt earlier. Let's talk about Mutt's appearance. What did you think of that?
Oh, I loved it. I would love if Mutt came on more. Yeah.
Do you want him to be part of the world going forward? Once a week, once a month? Where were you?
I would be fine with once a week.
You surprised that he hasn't been pushing for a job harder at Barstool?
No, because I don't think he wants to come off as desperate to Barstool and or Kirk.
You don't think he's desperate?
No, he is, but he doesn't want to come off. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's true. I think behind the scenes he's probably at least mentioned it, right?
Plus, like like Kirk in earlier shows leading up to this appearance had mentioned that he's like, no, he's not. I don't think he'd be good at Barstool. I don't think he's like.
I don't think he said that. I think he said if there was something there, he would
something
push
along those lines.
I think it was more like
he wanted it, but he was like, I don't think it's.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're Mutt and one of your best friends, I guess from what they say, one of your best friends works at arguably the biggest gambling company, the biggest gambling media company in the world.
Yeah, but it's his best talentless friend.
That's true. That's a great point. That's a
great. Brought it up before.
That's such a good point. You know what I mean? Mutt's just the baggage.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. It's such. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But like he said, he'll do it. But he's like saying, I'll do it like a favor.
He could host a gambling show.
Oh, I think Mutt would be great at hosting. I mean, you Brandon fucking Walker.
That's what I mean. There's so many idiots there already. Like,
no doubt. He's a gambling world. I think he'd be perfect for it. And I'm just saying, I think if like Kirk is doing it, if he does it, is out of pittiness and not in belief that he'd be good there.
Well, that's what he
Which
did with
is
Clemmer,
hysterical.
too. That's what he did with Clemmer, too.
Yeah,
He basically said, I mean, I don't want him, but Dave,
Like,
if you
at
want to
least-
hire him, go ahead.
At least Mutt has like a legitimate background.
Yeah, he did like 15 years of broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed it, and you could definitely tell. It was maybe not a bit awkward at first. I don't know if that's the right word, but it took him a minute to get going, and I felt like I was listening to old EI
Me
for
too.
a little while.
Yeah, it felt cool.
Really funny. The first time I heard Mutt swear, I almost was like, whoa. Because I just have never heard Mutt
Probably
drop
felt
like an
like you were
F-bomb.
listening on
I was like,
Twitter,
holy
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard Mutt say an F-bomb. So,
What was your
he's
favorite
been-
Mutt show? Aside from when he was on Kirk's.
I listened to him a bit at night when he was solo dolo. I remember when he was with Mikey Adams. That was funny. He was like Mikey's sidekick.
I loved him with Mutt and Lou, believe it or not.
Early days.
So I did a call. I was in a short stint at 4Cs.
Yeah.
And between one of my classes, I could either go home for a couple hours, but sometimes I would just go to the Burger King right at the thing, and then I'd eat some food and I'd just listen to the radio for like an hour and a half.
You didn't go
in the
back to
parking
class either, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You went home,
Sometimes,
but yeah.
And I would just listen. So would Al.
Really?
Yeah, we just go literally listen to.
Mutt was young too. What was Mutt, 27 when he got the job?
Pretty young at that time.
In a major, like,
How
Boston
long ago was
market?
that? That's pretty crazy.
Let me think.
I called into them.
So I was still in high school. It was like 2013.
It was. I remember leading up to it because it was during the 2011 Giants.
Yeah. So yeah.
Super Bowl.
So yeah, 2011, 2012.
Yeah, because that's great. I called in because they were saying. I mean, if
You were a Mutt caller?
I called into Mutt.
Oh, we gotta get that audio. We gotta find that. That's
I know,
gotta exist.
yeah.
You called. So 17-year-old Sporto Christian was calling in.
Yeah. I was
That's
like
so
17.
funny.
Yeah. I called in and I was like, why they were trying to say that Tom Coughlin was going to be like Bill Belichick if he wins this, and he's in the same conversation.
Yeah, they're doing that with Andy Reid right now.
Yeah,
That's the new one.
And I was just fucking losing it.
I love
He was
that.
like, Lou was like, "You're putting words in my mouth, Christian."
Lou, dude, Lou. I guess he's doing the Red Sox games now, right?
I guess, demoted.
He'd be good at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah.
I
I couldn't see him at Barstool. Like I could see Mutt. You know
that's
what I mean?
Mutt's good.
I
He's
feel like
kind of
he could-
weird like Clemmer. He's a little,
he
a little dorky.
He's clearly shown that he can be a great second chair, third chair, or like knows how to roll with the punches. Is like a professional
For
in the
sure.
world.
For sure. But I mean, he also, it's
He's
easier.
like an idiot though.
It's
Like,
easier when you're carried by podcast Jesus.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah, for sure.
we'll see how Mutt does on his own.
sure.
Actually,
I mean,
we know how Mutt does on his own. It's not very well.
His only prayer of ever getting onto a morning show was because of Kirk.
So he's got to, he's got to do like, he's got to hop on some new gambling show at Barstool. That's his best chance. Be like the facilitator, you know?
Who do you think he was talking about
When's this?
when he was talking about his he auditioned, not an offer. But
Oh,
he
Mutt,
auditioned.
where he auditioned?
Yeah. I was wondering.
Yeah,
He was
I don't know.
98.5.
No, I don't think so.
It wouldn't be an audition. They would have all the tape in the world for that, right? For
I think it
98.5.
was probably gambling, somewhere gambling.
It must have been. I think it had to be TV if it was audition. Like radio, I think they have all the tape in the world. They know what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Must be a TV gig.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious.
I would think, unless it's just like a brand new gambling show with draft.
Well, what if it
teams,
was?
but, like,
I mean, dude, we said who's the girl that Chris Curtis fucks?
Lucy.
Yeah, she has a gambling show that she's on, and it's like I don't even know
Oh, yeah,
where,
that's
I don't
right.
know what. So it's like it's all remote. Nobody's in the same room.
That came up on my Instagram.
That's
the other
what I'm saying.
day.
So
Yeah.
Mutt could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who the fuck's taking pics from her?
How the hell did she even get that job?
I have
Isn't she
no
just like a
idea.
side producer? And like she didn't even was she ever a main producer?
I thought she was just Curtis's side piece.
Oh boy, that's enough EI. What'd you think of Snell? Did you see this? You see our boy Snell?
Yeah, he's losing it, huh?
Yeah,
going on?
I don't know if we should make fun of Snell. I think we should. I think everybody should take a little bit of a step back on Snell. He doesn't sound good.
I think people just need to like take the world with a grain of salt. Like in the Minifan world, like people just get wrapped up and they lose it, man.
So did you
They
see
break-
how
they
it
get
started?
broken.
I guess he was a little weird going to the live show, as everybody said.
He's fucking weird
And
in
some,
general.
I don't know if he was drunk or not, but I thought that's what I saw on Twitter. Don't quote me on it. But I think the biggest problem that I saw was
He poops his pants, I heard.
that too. But he said on Twitter that he was sitting next to a hag at the show.
Oh, I saw that.
And it's like, listen.
why are you being a dick?
Yeah,
dude?
it's like so they're clearly a Minifan.
It's a
So
Minifan.
It's
It's
like
not-
it's not like you're saying I was sitting next to a bunch of idiots.
and they
Or
were
you
like
could-
being jerks or something.
you said he was sitting next to one hag. You know, I guess a lot of people are giving him shit. I saw someone, I don't even know. I somehow the word orgasm got brought up, and Minifan Lore dunked on this poor man's soul. Like, oh God, he hasn't recovered yet. That might be why he's quitting Twitter.
Which is a shocking. You don't even know how to spell orgasm or something like that.
She said it's not surprising that you can't spell orgasm because you've never been near one, or something along the lines of that. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, well done.
Just slapped him.
Yeah.
But no, I like Snell as much as I don't think he's entertaining on the show or anything. I think he's a good person, probably.
I don't think so, to be honest.
But I also have a hard time saying that because it sounds like he's fabricated some of these death threats, at least from the ones from Visionless Dave. Visionless Dave reached out to him again, VD, best journalist in town, baby. VD reaches out to the guy and says, hey, come on the Big Dog Show, talk about this controversy, because I think he was talking about the Blind Mike project and the Craig stuff, and he called someone a hack. Come on, Big Dog, clear the road. And I think Snell got weirded out by the number. And VD, he said, who is this? VD said, Snell, we got to talk about something. And then Snell said, who is this? And then VD, I don't think he answered for like 5 hours because he's at work. And so then he answered, he said, it's VD, come on the Big Dog Show. I don't know if it happened in between then where Snell just saw it and freaked the fuck out.
You think those were the death threats?
This is the same guy who said somebody was on his property, like hunting him, right? So, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sound like he's in the waitress best banger. He's notorious up and down New England. Yes.
All over. He's a stud, man.
Oh, God. The poor guy. I hope he's all right, though. I root for Snell. I root for him. What the hell else? What do we got? Did you see this clip going around? The fucking Big Cat. I used to think this was kind of a joke, and I don't know if he does this as trolling. This man hates Boston. Like,
Big Cat?
He's never once, he just doesn't say it.
Are you sure he's from here?
I know for a fact. And so
didn't he just go to college here?
He's Boston Big Cat. He's Boston Big Cat.
No, he just went to college.
No, he went to, what's it called? Opposite. He went to high school here. He went to college at Wisconsin.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what would you say if you weren't from here? He would say, oh, originally I'm from
Cape Cod,
but I moved here
from wherever.
Right. That's pretty standard practice, I would feel like. What does your boy Big Cat do?
Chicago, where are you from? So, north side, and then we're moving back to Lincoln Park, Highland Park, and Evanston's where somewhere.
So, I mean, the question was basically asking about the new office in Chicago, and the guy casually throws, what part of Chicago are you from? And he just kind of looks at him for a second, sways his arms, looks down, and goes, north side. From the north side. We're moving back to whatever he said, Wrigleyville.
Maybe it's just he can't, he's got to have the bravado that he's a Chicago guy.
Yeah, but nobody would hold him like, I don't think anybody would be like, holy shit, dude, you're a fake fan. Although they do it with me, with the Bucks.
The people don't even think I've listened to a show.
That's true. They don't even think you've listened to KMS. That's very true. I don't know, man. It definitely bothers him. I think he's addressed it once, they said, but I feel like, I don't know if Kirk's ever asked him, but definitely callers have asked Kirk to ask him, and I've never heard Kirk ask him. And I feel like it might be a don't ask me about it. I don't want to talk about my days back in Boston.
You think?
Why is it this weird?
He's never addressed it.
No, he has, but it was like once. I think it was just like quickly. Like it's not like they're
where he's from. In
Boston, why it's weird for me? Hold on. Why it's weird for me is because in the last like 10 years, he's been more in New York than Chicago. It's not like he's been strictly Chicago content. He's been gambling and everything. So like,
but he's making this big push going back to Chicago right now, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Chicago office.
That's what I'm saying.
It's branding. It's all branding.
So do you think he knows in the back of his mind it's better for him to be the Chicago guy and from Chicago?
It's branding.
Okay. Yeah. So you're calling Big Cat out.
Yeah.
You're calling him a liar.
I'm calling him a truther.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a Chicago truther?
Yes. Okay. Chicago truther.
Okay. Great. Yeah. What the hell else? What do we got? Let me see.
You got. Oh, did you see the thing I sent you?
What's that?
People, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. One of Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton's top aides.
Oh, yeah.
Was found dead after being shot a few times in the chest and then hung himself. Suicide, they ruled.
Wait, what?
It's terrible.
This was recently? The guy died?
Yeah.
I think it was over the summer, right?
Yeah, and the Arkansas police just reported that he was ruled suicide.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, I also, too, I mean, it's me and Hillary Clinton have this in common. 77 of my friends have also killed themselves. It's just something we have in common. That's a weird one. I told you this story, too, where apparently, again, this is Tin Hat Radio, so do not quote me on it. Bill Clinton was losing his election in whatever year he was running. And because of something happened where the scandal information came out, I don't know if it was Lewinsky, I don't know what it was, but Slick Lily was fucking everybody, right?
Oh, yeah.
Some of the information was coming out. And he was beginning to look, I guess, soft as like a president on like social issues and, you know, just traditional marriage and crap like that. So he wanted to become more of like a appeal to those people down south and those type of views. So what does Bill Clinton do? He goes to a prison, I think in Missouri. Or no, it was Arkansas. He's the governor there, right? Yeah, that's what it was. Arkansas.
He's from Arkansas.
Yeah, he goes to a prison and finds a basically like mentally challenged inmate who had committed a very bad crime, which isn't disputable that the mentally challenged inmate committed the crime, but it's a matter of, you know, their function,
in the current state,
right? You know how it is, like these school shooters and those kids, right?
Yeah.
They don't often get the death penalty because they're fucking crazy, right? That's how it goes. They found the craziest fuck they could find and killed him in the quickest amount of time possible, and like 7 people from the prison resigned. That's not even a joke. I know this for a fact that people have actually resigned from the prison because of this during all of this because they were so disgusted by the act. That's not even tin hatty. That's crazy to me. The fact that's not like known knowledge. It's kind of wild.
You can't become president and just go kill a retard. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're going to hell, dude. We're going straight to hell in this episode. Holy shit. No, that's crazy though. Those people are nuts. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about to get fucking suicided from Vegas. They could be connected. You never know.
Hills could definitely have her hand in that one.
Again, I want to say this on the record. I need it. I need it on the record as many times as possible.
Say it.
I do not want to kill myself. I'm not a threat to myself. I want to live forever. Okay? You have it on the record. Vegas Project, by the way, is coming out soon. What's it, March 6th? February 27th, the trailer?
Yeah, you got slaving, baby.
You got 5 days to the trailer, and then, 12 days till episode 1, something like that?
What kind of trailer? You got some visual with it, or?
So I was thinking about doing that. I'm glad you asked that. I have the audio part of it pretty much done. And I was thinking about doing for like the Kirk Minahan world, if they'll allow it, a visual trailer on the YouTube page.
That'd be cool.
Of just like a couple of clips of some of the things I'm talking about. Maybe like
was like a mirage or
like one of the things in the trailers.
A mirage.
A mirage. One of the things in the trailers, the Las Vegas police chief like explaining something that makes no sense. You know, and we're gonna play off that and play a clip of that. So it's gonna be good. I think people are gonna like it. But definitely been working hard on it. It's kind of exhausting. It's a little depressing too. I'm not gonna lie, to continuously read about the same sad shit all the time. I know that sounds like a cop out, and I don't even know. It is. It's weird. It's weird to Google every single day Las Vegas shooting.
Even though like all the people that died are fake.
Oh, hey!
I'm totally joking.
Hey,
totally.
Easy there, Alex Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a lot, but. What else? Anything else in the KMS? Oh, we got the bracket season. I think it's happening right now. I think
March Madness?
No, come on. March Madness. The KMS, but come on. The brackets. Come on.
Yeah,
the brackets are coming out.
I had an interaction with I forget who over that.
Who is it? Which one?
I don't know. I can't remember.
No,
one of the brackets they were talking about.
Yeah, they're getting them going. I think they're doing them tonight. I think you might be in it.
I tweeted. I was like, this is ridiculous. People act like I'm not even part of the world.
Oh, okay.
And then
maybe you're in it. Maybe you're in it. That'd be great.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm pushing you to go on KMS.
No.
I would love
terrified.
It. Why?
Nah, I'm good.
I think we'll get you on there.
Nah, we don't need to.
Because we don't need to.
Nah, we don't need that.
Really the only thing I wanted to point out, one other thing regarding the Minahan world. Cullinane hates me, like full on. I joke about that.
No, I'm.
But like Cullinane,
I've recently come to the realization that he does not like you.
Right. So,
or even us.
A couple days before the live show on the Grill on the Hill for Jon Stewart, the Jon Stewart Memorial, we put out our episode, and in the headline it mentioned Vegas. It mentioned the update on the Vegas project. I was telling the people, Cullinane, who does not follow me on Twitter, as he states in this clip, what I'm about to play for you, favorited the tweet. Now let me play this sound and see if that makes sense.
Vegas podcast come on? Is that soon or no?
Mick.
Yeah, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The kid who was in that day, he's doing a podcast about Vegas. The kid, that stupid kid.
Oh, Mick.
Yes. That's what I said. Yeah, Mike said Mick.
I thought you said Nick.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There's probably, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. There might be a Nick in this Minifan world who's also doing a Las Vegas podcast. Maybe I'm wrong. But let's continue to play.
That threw you off that much?
What do you think? I follow him? You think I give a shit?
Sorry, I only know Mick's Vegas podcast.
Okay, sorry you didn't know.
I'm sure it's coming out soon.
Well, I'm saying if he does a good
March or May, I forget.
If he does a good job, maybe he slides into your spot.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's kind of guy like Spencer.
Dave,
I think you took that as a shot.
Dave favorited the tweet. You tell me. He doesn't follow me. He's right, but he definitely favorited the tweet, and he definitely listened to that episode.
Well, I mean, we all saw how the case came out. Maybe he fears that job's actually gone.
I mean, the case.
You should probably have the realization that he's definitely not doing the next one, right? Or is he? You think he's doing the next one? I just assume that Kirk's 100% getting a new producer for that, right?
There's a better chance of me hosting KMS.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
I tweeted this out, and I thought of this off the top of my head. I was driving when I tweeted this.
Oh, I saw this. Here's a good comparison.
Cullinane fucking up the case that bad is the equivalent of Phil Jackson coaching the 96 Bulls to like a 22-win season and not making the playoffs and being awful with so much talent at your hands. You can't put together a winning season.
What a guy that just solved a murder.
Give me a C+ season. That thing was an F.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Give me a C+. It was a noble failure, to quote the boss.
Unfinished failure.
I mean, I do not think highly of myself. Believe it or not. I sound like I do, but I don't. I know I'm a fucking idiot. I could have done a goddamn better job.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think you could have. I think Howie could have.
Poorly produced.
My dog could have.
That I could see. For sure.
I mean, yeah. The guy doesn't like me, and I want this on the record. I have offered to work for Dave, not instead of Dave. I've worked under Dave. I work under Dave, and he's an asshole to me. It's fuck Dave, dude. Fuck Dave.
That's crazy.
Fuck Dave. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
He doesn't like you.
No, he does not.
He's out on you.
No, he does not. You got anything else in the KMS world?
No. We can leave the world if you'd like.
Are you gonna come to the live show?
Yeah.
All right, good. I'm gonna need a lot of protection from Montante and his gang of bullies.
Montante,
he's gonna come at me.
You'd have to back up for 10 seconds and he'd be out of breath. I mean,
he would destroy me. I mean, squash me like a bug. He's a big guy. Oh, it would be so quick. I couldn't take his check hook. I'd be out like a light.
I don't
know. I know for a fact I would. He's a big. You've seen him. He's a big guy.
No, he's not.
Yeah, no, he's a big guy.
He looks doughy.
He's packing a lot of weight behind that punch.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it gets there,
Montante.
Oh God, I definitely sound like a crazy person. I'm not gonna say I feel bad because Montante's Montante.
Yeah.
What the hell else do we have? Anything else? Anything else in the KMS? We good?
No. I'm good.
All right. What else do we want to talk about? Let's play the free will thing. You want to get into this real quick before we end? Let's end positive.
Yeah.
What'd you think of this?
The Arian Foster clip you're talking?
Yeah. Let me play it.
Yeah.
Let me play it. What is basically is the debate on Arian Foster's podcast? What's it called? What the fuck's this?
I have no idea. Is it the Shroom one?
Yeah. Macrodose.
Oh, that's with. Oh, I didn't know that he was a permanent.
Yeah, he's a co-host. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought he was the first guest or something.
Yeah, so it's the Shroom one. I mean, they're always talking mushrooms, and I think it's named after
microdose or something.
Like that. Macrodosing, microdose playoff, whatever. Yeah, he's on there talking about free will. This is a subject that I know nothing about. I've never even really heard of it, but the Twitter clip got me, and I was thinking about it for a while. So I'm going to play the clip. It's interesting. Just listen.
I got into free will a while back and read a whole bunch of books on it, and I'm not sure that free will exists, especially in the way that we think of it. But I remain unconvinced that free will in that sense is a thing. I don't even think it's possible, honestly.
That's interesting to me. I would feel like you would have the exact opposite take.
Well, no, because I think free will exists in the sense of like I can pick up this piece of paper and if I want to, like that. In that sense, it was like I have agency over what I do. But if you break it down evolutionarily, if you break it down scientifically, it's hard to make an argument that it actually exists. Because if all we are is a product of our environment and our genes, neither one of those are in our control, right? So if you're a product of your environment and your genes, you're going to be reacting to your environment in concordance with how your genes are structured and the way your synapses fire in your brain. And none of that has anything to do with your control. And so if we can...
I get his point. I get the debate.
I agree with it. Like I feel like he's basically saying we're just like a AI computer that self-learns. So basically when we're put into our environment, we absorb what we do. So if you were to put something in front of someone, it's going to, how they react to it is going to also going to have a reflection of where they came from, what they've went through and everything else like that.
Right.
So like it's what he's saying is it's not necessarily free will. It's a product of what's happened before you.
Yeah. I mean, his point
which is like an illusion of free will.
Yeah. Right. And I think his whole thing is like your brain is made the way it's made, and like you can learn to like compromise with like emotions. Say something bothers you all the time. You can learn to get over it. You can learn all that. But that emotion, the fact that it will bother you, it's still always going to be there. You can get over it and you can be fine with it. You can move on about your day and this, that, and the other. But like that small little thing will always be there. And that's just because that's who you are.
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of Arian Foster's point where it's like, if you know, somebody says a word that you don't like some people are going to be offended, some people are not. And that's basically just because it's your environment, how you're raised, how you act. So yeah, I get his point. I also think like you can change perspective on like how you view the world as you grow and like as you develop and like age. Like I definitely view the world differently than I did when I was 17.
I hope.
Yeah, right. I think you do too. Right? Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting topic. It caught me, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is something here." It's definitely a stoner topic, right?
Yeah. He comes off pretty well spoken, it seems. Which is funny because everybody kind of thought he was like a crazy guy with his first week coming. I think he was trolling with the
what?
Conspiracy, the script. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, everybody was killing.
So I think people were like, kind of thinking
that went
like
viral. Yeah. That was all over the place. Everybody, the script.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely bet on games. Let's start there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Last thing, state of the internet. Let's do it real quick. Where are you at with the internet in 2023? I haven't asked you this question in a long time. This is actually another little sub question, two-parter. Do you have a big desire to be on the internet going forward?
So I
got a little fatigue myself.
Oh, wow, dude, I couldn't agree more.
Go ahead.
I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I was literally thinking that today where I was on my phone. I was like, dude, I'm like good on just like scrolling and like going through it. But like, I'm definitely like addicted to it because I'll just sit there and do it. And like, that's probably why I feel like I'm fatigued is that I like do it too much.
Yeah. I found myself like not really laughing at a ton of shit recently on the internet. Like I don't know if it's I'm not following the right people, although I do follow a ton of comedians.
I got a comedian that got me today.
You were dying laughing. Yeah, you were in tears when I walked in. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, he was good. He got me.
But for the most, I feel like I laugh a lot less more at shit. I feel like things are taken way too serious. And I don't know, it's not like, I feel like unless you're making like a good living off of it, like a lot of the time it's just like fucking a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm addicted to Twitter just like everybody else. Like I'm very hypocritical here. I just feel like if you asked me like 10 years ago, I would have said like always being on the internet and fucking around is like fun. And it still is. But now like you kind of like, anywhere you look, you're going to get in trouble for something or somebody's going to be offended. It's just like, we're just fucking around. Like
it's all just trash now.
It's exactly. It's over satire. Yeah. Everybody's an expert on something. It's just like, or they're trying to sell you something. Yeah. Like, fuck, I don't know.
It's just like overwhelmingly anxiety-ridden trash.
Right. Like the early internet wasn't like 2010s, like the one we're referring to, but that was a lot different than it was now.
Yeah.
Like when we were in high school, the internet was so much
The waves
different.
of the internet were much calmer.
Yeah. And you could just get away with a lot more. People didn't take it that serious. Like, you can say that the society, quote unquote, is like evolved for the better in the way we like talk, but like, dude, again, it goes back to like intent and just like fucking around. And if you can't have any wiggle room, this goes back to the Maserati thing. If you can't have any wiggle room to like say something bad without, you're losing your job, then like, what the fuck are we doing?
Mike, can those guys behind you hear me? They look like the guys that robbed your car.
Yeah, they remind me of the two that stole your car.
All right, let's wrap it up and we're gonna go.
It's like, all right, Mike and Uber, let's go.
Just moving right along.
God.
I love that Felger was like, you're not the only one that was responsible. I did the wrong thing and I just moved it right along.
I think that's because when Felger fucked up with the Roy Halladay thing, you remember that?
Oh, that was the best.
Splat, you're dead. Two kids. Oh my God, he stepped in it bad there, which was an unbelievable rant though. I wish I had it on file.
That was honestly crazy to me that he got suspended.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Why?
For what?
He was mocking the guy dying in front of his kids.
It's dumb. He's right.
Yeah, it is
He's
dumb.
100% correct on everything that he said.
Yes, but
you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
I think the reason he got in trouble is because he's not fucking Howard Stern. He's a sports radio guy.
Yeah.
Coming off with like a Kirk take.
Suspension? That's dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't suspend him.
I think Mazz's is more warranted for a suspension than Felger's. Yeah.
Really?
Felger's was not like it was logical. Like, it was like, yeah, no, he's right. The idea that you have these kids, you've made this fortune, and you're just going around this plane doing, woo, look at me, he's down, splat, dead. Like,
splat, dead.
The way he delivered it.
If that's what you need, you're one of these guys, you're one of these X Games skiers, woohoo, motocross, go! no, dude, that's Felger, like right there.
It's one of the best rants ever.
It is.
It's one of my favorites.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Like, the fact that radio gold like that warranted suspension, I think, is just wrong. But
Did he get? What did he get? A day? I think he got.
I don't know what he got, but he got suspended. I was like, what?
Maserati. What do you get? 5 days? You got a whole week or something?
5 days.
It's costing him a lot of money. Cullinane, hope you're happy.
You don't think it's paid?
No, it said it.
Oh, it said
Felger said it.
unpaid.
Felger read it. Yeah. An unpaid vacation.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. No, vacation. Suspension. No,
Unpaid
vacation.
suspension.
Yeah. Suspension. Yeah.
Hey, gotta get a better union guy.
Yeah, I guess so. That's really all I got. That's it for me. You got anything else?
Well, just hit him with the boom splat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to play that clip, but we'll end it there. Everybody have a good week.
Let me hear some details about this. Because this is the kind of one that this is the kind of death that makes me angry. For some reason, it makes me angry. Driving a race car, climbing a mountain, jumping out of a plane, whatever it is. And you know these people. The crocodile hunter who had to dink around with crocodiles and poisonous fish and then got bit by a poisonous fish and died. And I looked at that guy and said, that ain't no tragedy. You don't want to die getting bit by a poisonous fish? Don't go chasing poisonous fish. He is a Joe Q citizen who buys a plane that folds up and you can put in your garage. And that's amphibious. You can land it on the water. Whee! Oh, whoa! Look! I just landed on the water, everybody. I'm going to tweet it. Splat, you're dead with 2 kids. Moron. And so it just sort of angers me. Like, you care that little about your life? Or about the life of your family? Or your little joyride? Is that important to you? That you're going to risk just dying? You're 40 years old and a multimillionaire with a loving family. And to you have to go get that thing where you can dive bomb from 100 feet to 5 above the water with your single engine plane with your hand out the window. Whee! Whee! Yeah, man, look at the G-force on this. I'm Maverick. Yeah, man, look at this. This is so cool. And you die splat. And it's over. And like, who was it? Dale Earnhardt who died? The race car driver who died? Oh, like, I root for the wall. I really do. That ain't no tragedy. You know, yeah, man, I take that turn like that. Yeah, woo! And then you crash into the wall? And I'm supposed to feel bad for you? Give me a break. Oh, God. So that's my rant on that.